Most of our clients, they've never done a custom home before. And I always need to remind them, it starts with discovery. That's discovering what is important about the site, what's important to them as a family, what are their morning and evening rituals. With this project, what I loved is the client said they wanted a hot and a cold plunge. What a wonderful function, right? A physical sensation, and what would that space be like designed around that? And I'm just gonna cut to a photo that no one's ever seen before, but right in the middle of the home, this is this courtyard. It filters natural light in a great way. It adds task lighting in a way so that you can be outside and you can read the newspaper, but there's an additional layer, and I would call that the graphic layer. It adds to the identity of the home.
It's just the perfect kind of detail there, breaking up the wood on the ceiling, which is a kind of got a different finish to the flooring below it, and then you've got the black frames of the glass doors. I mean, it's a beautiful combination. You can then see the staircase creeping in, which I'm sure is a hero in itself. Could you tell us more about the staircase?
So the challenge here was to create something that could be constructed on a budget, but could make a big impact. We came up with this strategy of stapling little pieces of wood in order to fabricate these curves. And so it just reminded me of architecture school. Here you see the staple gun going. The client is at a point where they might be losing faith with us. They're like, what are you doing? And we're saying, trust us.
Because I always think a customer needs to be brought out of their comfort zone. They're kind of employing us to do something. They can't imagine these things. So once you take them on this journey, there's always a kind of a give and take a bit.
Hopefully there's a dance between the hopes and dreams of a family, right? What's nostalgic and inspiring to them, and the sense of adventure that a designer might bring. And it's in that dialogue that I think the best things happen. We're using a software called ArchiCAD. It's a BIM, building information modeling software. So we're actually considering it a digital twin. So no joke, I'll have 5 or 6 architects at the same time in the same 3D model, and you just get this sense of like productivity where you see the model coming to life because everyone's hands are at it. It's like you're working at the same table together.
What is just really interesting is that we've just been speaking about this super high-tech software, cutting edge software, and in terms of the making process, we're almost going back to the tactile process of hands-on, discovering what actually works.
It's a fascinating dichotomy because yes, on one hand, we're building these like perfectly precise advanced 3D models that are then laser cut and fabricated. But on the other hand, we're depending upon traditional craft. And the last layer is actually an authentic wooden veneer. Is it high tech? Maybe. Is it low tech? Kind of. It's that blend that I think we're so proud of. And so ultimately the client they just want to run their hand against this handrail.
In these shots, it's very graphic, but it then looks very simple because of the uniformity of the materials. And that is an incredibly challenging and difficult thing to make it look so simple. But, so well done. I mean, that looks absolutely incredible.